Hi, I'm MTG, and welcome to my channel where I waste my wild cards on meme decks so you don't have to. And today we're going to be checking out a very fun, punchy aggro mono red deck. No surprises there. And it actually generates an amazing amount of value, so I'm super excited to show you what all these shenanigans are. So, with no further ado, let's go check out the deck list. I'll see you in a second. Alright, here's the commander. We're rocking Feldon, Ronom Excavator, I think is how you pronounce that. It's 2 CMC, has haste. They can't block, so keep that in mind. But whenever they're dealt damage, exile that many cards from the top of your library. Choose one of them, and until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. So the way I try to focus on this commander is it's going to give us card advantage, and what can we do to help us get card advantage, to outvalue our opponent's early game. And since this is only 2 CMC, it's pretty easy to get some good hits in early game before your opponents start making a lot of bodies to block it. But even if they do block this, then it's just going to give us card advantage. So I don't really care if this commander dies. If anything, it'll actually help us if it does. But if we can find ways to keep him alive, well, dealing damage to it, that helps too. So to facilitate that, we have things that can just hit for 1 damage or really low enough amount of damage that our commander is going to survive it. So Fireblade Charger, when it dies, you can deal damage equal to its power to any target. We have Goblin Arsonist that just deals 1 damage when it dies. We have Ryle, where you deal 1 damage to target creature you control. It gets trample, and you also draw a card. And then for other kind of effects, I think Brotherhood's End is really powerful, just considering how many things are making 1 toughness tokens nowadays in Commander or just in Historic Brawl. So this is good for kind of dealing with a ton of problematic tokens. But the other piece of this too is we have equipment in this deck to help raise up the toughness of our own commander. So if we do drop something like Brotherhood's End, it'll help us get card advantage and still not kill the commander. The other thing that I was really interested in too, that I think has a ton of really awesome synergies, is Brash Taunter. So whenever it is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent. And since we are essentially, finding ways to deal little bits of damage here and there to our commander, if our commander is not out, or if it's something like Brotherhood's End, it's cool that Brash Taunter is just going to be able to redirect some of that damage to our opponent. So I think that's going to be pretty darn cool. And then some other stuff to kind of deal with really powerful, problematic cards that either we could use to our own advantage, or maybe we just need to get a blocker out of the way so we can, get that last little bit and hit our opponent, is a Chroma's War. So you can gain control of target creature for as long as Archon or a Crone War remains on the battlefield. So you can use this to take people's commanders and all that good stuff. And then if we have some sort of sacrifice out effect like Fling, where as an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice creature. So not only before this, saga goes away, we can steal a creature and then sacrifice it to deal additional damage. So I think that's going to be really fun. We also have some new cards like Cityscape Leveler and Skitterbeam Battalion. I think Skitterbeam Battalion is going to be super powerful because of how many tokens you're going to be able to make with this, and especially if you have cards like Fable Mirrorbreaker, where you're just going to be potentially making more and more copies of the tokens that this little buddy's making. I think you're going to be able to do a lot of damage and go wide at the very least. But if we're not even able to go wide, we have stuff like Terror of the Peaks to fling damage. And then I also think this is really important for a super aggressive deck, is Urbrask the Hidden, because it's going to give our stuff haste, which is great. But the other thing is our opponent's creatures are going to come in tapped, which means their defenses are going to be lower. And I also just love the idea too with the Tali Primal Storm of getting even more advantage from our opponents because we're taking stuff from them. So overall, this deck is supposed to just be really punchy, and it has some little combat tricks with stealing stuff from people, or, just flinging damage and hopefully closing out the game that way. So I'm really excited to show you how it does, and I will see you out there. Tiny bones, tiny bones, we'll keep. Might regret, don't know. Drop. And they're gonna turn 2, play that as well. We don't, maybe we have a way to deal with them now. It does require sacrificing one of our own creatures, but maybe it's worth it when it comes to tiny bones. Boop. So let's do this to make a treasure. And boop. And then we'll attack. Maybe hindsight here, I should have done Kozilith Fury, but that's kind of like our only removal right now. Hopefully we can top deck another land. We will discard... Oh goodness. Maybe we discard that? Yeah, something like that. Sweet. Top deck the land. Never didn't have it. Now we're gonna go all in. Sweet. Okay. And I think I'm gonna put in Black Blade Reforged, just because this will be really powerful for us. So now they can make us discard stuff, and hopefully it's not as sad. Oh. I think we want Atsushi. Go and attack. If they make us discard down, I'll probably discard Brash. Because we do want this Inferno to punch them in the sky. If we top deck a land, that would be great, because then we can for sure play that. So, sorry friend. Sweet! Oh my goodness. Yes. And we're gonna go all in. GG's. Woo! I always get nervous with tiny bounds. Jenny Faye, an equally as aggro deck. I do like having a Brotherhood's End. Why is that so hard for me to say? Just because it'll blow up a lot of their little tokens. Put in Den of the Bugbear. I don't know if I foresee them having artifact removal right off the bat, but I usually don't like playing Shadow Spear until I am ready to equip it to something, just because it ups the chances of it being removed before we could really get value from it. Put in you, then our commander, and attack. And this is going to be sweet because if our equipment can get the commander's toughness up more, Feldon, then we can drop this and actually get card advantage off of it if we did like the deal 3 damage to each creature. So that's going to be pretty sweet. I think we want to put in an untapped land so we can put Shadow Spear in and equip it. And then go all in. Bam. Unfortunately, all the rest of our stuff is tap lands. Okay, so let's do this and put in Chandra. Waiting. Okay. And we will go ahead and uptick for the 1 damage. And then we'll just go ahead and attack here. Or not. But cool side here is we are now going to be able to exile some other cool stuff. And until the next turn we can cast it. I guess we put a land. Make sure we hit our other land drop. Because that involuntary employment is cool, but it's not going to do a ton for us. Oop, and another land. Okay, so what makes sense here? If we had a sack outlet, this would be great, but I did kind of get rid of Kozilith Fury there. So let's put in the commander again. We can uptick. Let's do the 1. Hit their face. And let's equip. I don't think they're gonna trade. Okay, I think we just need all the damage we can get. of accepting that the Chandra is probably going to die anyways. Yeah, attacking in.
Ooh, payback's gonna be spicy.
Oh, interesting. I was expecting more. Let's do this just to see what we hit. Oh, that's not bad. Let's blow that up. Okay. And then we'll drop you. And I think we can go ahead and just exile one of those. And I think we might actually just want to hold back and then equip the Black Blade Reforge. Oof, that hurt. Well, I guess we are gonna get some sweet stuff. Ooh, or Ogre Battle Driver is very nice.
Come on, Chandra. I know you can do better.
So I think we're gonna be pretty much okay. We do have this Brotherhood's End here, which means we're going to be able to do some pretty spicy stuff once we get the commander down. You're going to get a ton of value for one, but when we drop this, we have our commander in play. We're going to get some pretty decent card advantage. Trying to think of how I want to do this though. Because we can equip for 7, we wouldn't have enough to Brotherhood End. We could steal... Let's steal this. And then we will go ahead and attack. Sweet, so they're going to take that damage, and then we'll do this. Destroy... Let's see, deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. And then next turn we can get commander down. Hopefully. This card is so clutch though. It's probably one of my new favorite cards. And it's even a red card, which usually I don't play a lot of red, unless it's like Gruul or something. Card.
Your hair standing on end. Run wild. Run free.
Ooh, well, let's just do this. Yep, GG's. Inferno of the Star Mount's coming in clutch twice. Tristani. So, token stuffs. We will go ahead and keep this. Put Den of the Bugbear in, and then Fireblade Charger. So I like the Fireblade Charger because it can target Feldon for us to get some card advantage if it dies, because it says any target. Nice. We are looking very good for playing stuff on curve. Well, we don't have any turn 3 plays, but I think that'll be fine. Our turn 4 is going to be sweet. Just aggro right off the bat. It's very mono red. Okay. No turn 3 stuff. Got excited. I'm still going to attack in on this because if they block the commander, we're still going to get card advantage from that. Take action. Ooh, let's do Torbrand. We can actually cast Torbrand too. Put in you, put in you. Oh, that's a cool new animation for that. And then we'll go ahead and attack. I'm okay if they want to keep discarding cards to keep this Seasoned Hollowblade alive. Personally, I don't think it's worth it. Unless they're going to do something tricky that I'm not aware with it. Okay. Oh, they threw away a Snakeskin Veil. Alright. We're going to shoot you. I mean, probably want Urbrass actually next in play, and then we can do like maybe Skitter Beam Battalion or Atsushi. Here, we'll start with this though. Urbrass. I don't want to risk Torbrand to like a double block. But if we get one more land, this Italy is going to be heckin' sweet. One more land. One more land. One more land. Okay, so no more, not one more land, but let's put in Chandra. And then we'll do the uptick for dealing 1 damage to the opponent's face. And then we're going to play Fable of the Mirror Breaker, make a little Gabo. And to guarantee that we're going to be able to do an Atali Primal Star, I'm just going to attack with it, so then that way we make a treasure. And I'm kind of okay if they're going to discard another card again. Or are they going to finally let it go? Because personally I wouldn't give away card advantage to let this thing stay alive. So what else can I get rid of? Okay, a lot of protection spells. Good card. I think that they want to go in and attack Chandra. Oh, in the air. Yeah, that's definitely going to do it. Honk. Goodbye, friend. I also like that Planeswalkers kind of deter from attacking you. Or discourage attacking you, I should say. We'll go ahead and decline that. I really just, it's probably not super smart to play this because they're just going to be able to a bajillion times block it. But I really want to, I just think it's so fun attacking with Atali. The smart play probably would be to guarantee that they survive. Ooh. So they're probably gonna like quadrillion block it. But I also wonder with this Fabled Passage if we're gonna be able to just make copies of Torbrand, because that's gonna be pretty sweet. They have a lot of ways to like deal with this Atali attacking. And they throw their tokens in front of it. Sacrifice Keen Darien, maybe? Are they going to discard another card? Sweet. And we'll just activate the ability, make the chump blocker here. I'm kind of surprised they didn't double block the Atali. So I wonder what plans they have. Do they have like Crater Hoof in their hand somehow? Because we're going to be able to have Fable Mirror Breaker flip. It's going to have haste. So then that means we're going to be able to make a copy of Torbrand or Atali. And I'm kind of tempted to make a copy of Atali because that sounds more fun to me. I guess their commander does steal stuff back, so maybe we don't want a copy of Atali. How much are you gonna be? Let's make a copy. Oh, non-token. Oh, I messed up. Okay, so let's put this one in. And... or do we want to do this? Let's do this. And then we'll put in this. I think it's still worth it to make a copy of that. And we'll attack here. And if we attack with Atali, that is going to give them some card advantage because I forgot their commander returns stuff to them. So I think these are just the attacks that we're going to want to do. It's going to deal 3 damage when it dies. Oh, they're blocking with Keen Darien. Interesting. I think I will just hit that. Because then they have to use the indestructible thing now. Okay, we'll put this in front of you, you in front of you, you in front of you, and you in front of you, and we'll call that good, I think. I mean, we took a little bit of a hit there, but we'll throw that at your face. Okay, so we'll start by putting this into play. And then I think we want to make copies of you. And then I think we'll just go all out because I think we have to actually. Do you and you. They can block one of those tokens with their commander and it'll still survive. Okay. Oh, and GG's. You're in. Ooh, I think I'm gonna keep this one too. Seems quite good with Torbran and our haste giver here. And we kind of have on-curve plays too. This turn 2 we can get the commander down. Whoop. And I love that this can't be countered. I think it's a little bit of an underrated removal spell in red. Oh, taking my commander. Boop. Okay, and then we'll put in this, make a treasure, because you're a treasure. And then we'll pass. And put down Torbran probably next. Okay. Yeah, Torbran. I think that's still the game plan here, because they don't have any counter magic up, and we'll get some serious damage in. Hopefully top deck another land. Nope, but something that can help us get a land. I'll grab you. And boop. And then since we are getting +2, so we're gonna hit that. And it'll be exiled. And then we'll attack. Man, Torbran just makes all of the removal spells so much more powerful. It's kind of batty bonkers. Okay, they're probably blowing up Torbran. Yep. Well, we got a lot of value from that while we could. Then, what makes sense here? We could do a lot of damage next turn, I think, if we take Cavalier of Dawn from them. So we'll hold back, and I think we have lethal with involuntary employment. Assuming they don't do anything else to our board this turn, like a board wipe or something. But I think we can close it out, because, yeah, it's going to be lethal. And it's coming in tap, so I think we got this. Hopefully, if they can't counter our involuntary employment or remove anything else on our board. I'm so nervous. Okay, they do have stuff for counter magic up, but I think it's still worth it. Oh, they do not anymore. Okay, I think we got this. We'll take whatever damage if they attack. Okay, do this, and we're going to do involuntary employment. Take Cavalier of Dawn, and we'll go ahead and attack. Bonk, 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 bonk. Woo! GG's. Alright, I hope you had fun. I know I certainly did. I was really impressed with how much value we were able to generate and just some really awesome synergies that we had that just allowed this to be so aggressive. So I think Inferno, the star amounts definitely helped us win a couple games, mostly because it was just an explosive, powerful flyer that we could just hit face and do that last little bit of damage to go over the top of the heads of our opponents. So this definitely was an MVP card to me. And then of course Torbran was huge for helping us just dish out so much damage, and especially with the one game where we were able to copy Skitterbeam Battalion with Fable of the Mirror Breaker, because that just let us get a little bit extra tokens just to go wide, and I think it really helped, you know, give an advantage to win a couple of games. So overall, this was a really fun deck, and I honestly don't really like mono red at all because I feel like it sometimes is a bit limiting, but this was some aspects of mono red that I really love, especially just with like the obnoxious like theft abilities and stuff that we have in here. So it felt really cool, and I think I actually will keep this deck and not delete it because I might play with it some more. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any ideas for other cards to throw in here, because I don't know, I think there's some potential room for improvement, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And yeah, Have a good one. Bye.